Hey y'all, it's Joanna, and I love to DIY on a budget and make beautiful home decor. And if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. Okay, so this is the Craft Your Stash Challenge, and this time we have to do ornaments, making things from our stash. So the host is Sunflower Tasha DIYs and Creative Pages with Catherine, and the links to these two hosts and the entire playlist will be in my description box. So check that out and check out all the talented creators that are in this playlist. You will not be disappointed, I promise. So this challenge has a giveaway. These are the items to give away plus others. How to enter: you watch the ornament, the whole playlist, comment on your favorite project in each creator's video, then be watching in the hosts community tab November 2nd, the video comments in November 1st, and then announce the winners in the video. This will all be in my description box as well. For the first one, I have these 3 ornaments that I got at Walmart last year. They've been in my stash. And with these 3, I'm not using that ribbon. With these 3 wreaths, I got at Hobby Lobby, okay? So I'm just going to take these off here, and I'm going to remove the strings because I don't want the strings on there. That's how you would originally hang them on tree, but we're not hanging them on tree. We're hanging them on those little wreaths. So I'm going to use this wire that I've had in my stash. You can use floral wire or any wire you have. So I'm just going to clip off little pieces of wire. I'm going to string it through my little holes here. I didn't cut them off. I'm going to twist it around, and then I'm going to try to shove this wire through some of the cracks or crevices or whatever you want to say is in this wreath, holes, spots, whatever, and then twist it around just to secure that on there because they are metal and you're not going to be able to glue them very well. So I'm just going to twist them on and they'll stay on for what I want them to do anyway. So yeah. So now I'm just going to take this greenery right here. It's just boxwood I got from Walmart, and I'm going to take some little sprig. I'm going to take 1 sprig, but I had to have 1.5. But anyways, I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to cut these little parts off. I thought I could pull them. Oh, I can pull them, but I ended up clipping them because I didn't want to rip nothing. So I clip all my little doohankies off of here, okay? And then I'm going to mix up some stuff to, I guess, frost them or put snow on them, texture snow. So I'm going to take some of this spackle, okay, and I got this at Dollar Tree, but I haven't seen it in like forever, but you could pick it up at Walmart or any home improvement store. So I'm going to take the spackle and I'm going to mix it with Mod Podge and a little bit of white paint, and I do not know where the footage went. I guess my camera stopped, but all I did was take that doohanky brush up there, blue and red, and pounced it all over it and then waited for it to dry. And now I'm just going to glue them on. I'm sorry about that. I guess my camera went off and I didn't realize it went off. But anyway, I might have hit stop and didn't turn it back on because you never know what goes on around my house. But anyways, there's that ribbon. I was going to put this ribbon on, but y'all, I didn't even use this ribbon. It didn't work out for what I wanted it to work out for, so I'm not even going to use it. Instead, I opted for a little more rustic look, so I'm going to use this yarn needle, and I just twirled that twine around my fingers and made a bow and just tied it in the middle with twine. I mean, it wasn't no big deal. You could do a shoelace bow, and I'm just going to run that needle through some sections on that wreath and then, you know, make a loop and tie my knot, and that's how I'm going to hang them. So I'll show you in the final reveal, I promise. So these were some signs that I got from a wonderful friend of mine in Texas named Lisa. And I had no idea what to do with them. So I'm clipping these off. And then I realized I'm hammering on glass. Yeah, I live dangerously. I realized in a minute, you can wiggle them back and forth and take them off. And the reason I realized that is because I had one sticking up, and when I was trying to hammer it down, it wouldn't go. So I grabbed a hold to it to bend it down and realized that it was coming off of there. But anyways, if you can't get them off, you can certainly sand them like I did and then put hot glue on it to keep it from poking you or scratching you. But anyways, yeah. So I ended up getting them off. Okay, now I don't know if I even show you. Do I show you? Why is that black? Yeah. Look, these didn't work, but I was trying to cut it, and then I realized I could wiggle it back and forth real good, and it pops off. So I'm going to end up popping all these off, okay? And then I hammer it down because it left it kind of sticking up where it was on there. So yeah, so I'm gonna take this paper. I hope all that made sense, because sometimes I don't even know if I make sense, period. So I'm gonna go inside of this a little bit, and I'm gonna take my pokey tool, and I'm gonna mark on my paper where I gotta cut it. And then I'm gonna take a this is a Fiskars, and I love it because the wire in there shows me where I'm going. It's the most accurate one I've had. My blade pops out sometimes, but it's the most accurate one that I've had. So I'm just going to lay it on here, and I'm going to cut my little squares out. And I got this paper at Hobby Lobby. But I got it like, oh my goodness. It was actually in a paper pack that they were clearancing out. So I don't know if you can find it, but you can find any paper. Put whatever paper you want. I just didn't want the backs like this because it's ugly. So I'm going to take some Mod Podge, and I'm going to put Mod Podge on the backs of these, and I'm just going to Mod Podge my paper down. That's all I'm going to do with these. Y'all know how to Mod Podge paper down, I'm sure. You just put your Mod Podge on it, slap your paper down, push it all around, make sure you take your finger, get them straight, go all the way around, seal it down, and you're good to go, okay? So, yeah. I even roll my brayer. Would you look at that? So there they all are and finished, and I just tied a little shoelace bow with some red ribbon, little red ribbon. I get it at Walmart. You can buy it at Hobby Lobby as well. And I just tied a little bitty tiny bow, like a shoestring bow, and I'm going to tie them on the corners, okay? Then I'm going to take a piece of this ribbon, loop it over, and I'm going to take my hot glue. I'm going to put my hot glue on there, and I'm going to poke my ribbon down. And this is going to be my hanger, but I'm not going to leave it like that. I have a scrap piece of paper. So I'm going to take my piece of paper, and I'm going to put glue on it, and I'm going to put it over top of that and smush it down really, really good. And that's my hangers. And everything is matchy-matchy. So I'll show you those in the final reveal as well. And right here, because I forgot I did it. Y'all, I'm so random. So I've had these in my stash since last year, and I did get these new. I ordered them off of Amazon, and I will link them in my Amazon store. They'll be in my general crafting, or I think that's what it's called, just crafting. So these wood pieces were rough. Some were rougher than others. So I'm just going to take my sanding thing, and I'm going to sand them as smooth as possible. Now, y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. These things were a booger to get on this wood, okay? They were a booger. Because the wood wasn't flat, per se. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna take white acrylic. Just acrylic paint. I'm not using chalk paint because acrylic paint will work fine. And I just give them one coat of acrylic paint using a round brush, and I'm leaving the outsides wood if I can without painting on them. So I'm going to paint every one of them white, and then I'm going to give them a coat of Mod Podge. And I'll just be honest, the coat of Mod Podge didn't help these stick one iota. They were so hard to get down there. Make sure they are completely dry. I would let them sit 24 hours. That may have been my problem, because I'm a little antsy when I'm DIY and I want to get it done. I've got a lot of playlists coming up, so y'all just bear with me here. But all you do is peel these transfers off and then rub them down. I usually use the end of this pink tool, but I have another pink tool, and it is a embossing tool, I think it is. I don't know. I don't work with paper crafting very much. I think it's an embossing tool, and it worked pretty good to put these down, but these are so hard. I had to rub, and it was about unbearable, but I got them down there. I got them on. You got to put your patient pants on to work with these and do a lot of rubbing, okay? So yeah, my patient pants were wearing thin, so I got them on, and then I made a little bitty jute bow, and then I'm just making shoestring bows, just quick, easy bows, y'all. If you can tie a shoelace or tie a bow, you got it made in the shade. So these were hard to get through there. So I'm going to try Kathy Joe's method, but I didn't know where my wire was. So I took one of these, and it has a piece of wire in the middle, and you fold your wire over, and then you run your string through it. I'm going to pray this works. And run it through there. Oh my goodness. My thumb went up. It worked like a charm. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Kathy Joe. If you watch this, thank you. But anyway, then I just tie it in a knot, and there you go. So now, what is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, my bows didn't hold. You cannot use hot glue on the Mod Podge. It pops right off. So I'm going to use my Tite Bond Quick and Thick. Y'all didn't know what I was doing. I forgot. So I'm going to Tite Bond Quick and Thick my bows all down. And then you have to wait for all that to dry. But it worked where the hot glue pops off Mod Podge. So yeah. So I Mod Podged over top of these to make sure they were sealed. Okay. So put a coat of Mod Podge on them. There's me getting my handy dandy little clips. I bought these clips at Harbor Freight. I love them. And I'm going to clip them to make sure all my bows stick down there. So now this, I'll show you those in the final reveal. This one is so cute and so easy. So I measured these, and they were a little over 2 inches. Okay. I have these shipping labels from the Dollar Tree. They're 4x6 shipping labels. This is what I used from my toilet paper DIY when I run it through my printer. Okay. So I printed these just with my inkjet printer and sprayed them all with a light coat of that clear Rust-Oleum 2X. Y'all, I had to take my glasses off to use these fine scissors to cut all these out. I about lost my mind up in here, but I got them. I got them. You have to put your patient pants on for these too. So then at that point, all you gotta do is peel this off and make sure you get it in the middle and stick it right in the middle of your canning lid thingies. I got those at the Dollar Tree too in a pack of 12. But anyways, these faces came from Etsy. If you go on Etsy and type in gingerbread faces, you will find the file. I will link it in my description box, Lord willing. Okay. Once I got all my stickers down, I'm going to take my crocodile. You can use a drill. And I'm going to poke a hole in every one at the top, okay? You can, if you don't have any way to make a hole, you can just glue ribbon on the back like I did that last DIY, and it would be just fine. I'm not going to paint my edges. You could if you wanted to, and I gave them a coat of Mod Podge and was going to paint them. That didn't work. It didn't go on there very well. So I am not going to paint these. I'm just going to give them a coat of Mod Podge. And honestly, they didn't even need the coat of Mod Podge. Okay? They don't. So because I put Mod Podge on them, now I have to use my Tite Bond Quick and Thick to glue all my little bows on. And I glued my, I made the bows out of that multicolored twine up there, that baker's twine. I got that at Dollar Tree. You can use ribbon, whatever you want. And on the girls, I put a hair bow. And on the ones that look more like boys, I put a bow tie. And that's all I did. Okay? Now I'm going to take, well, I was going to take that black and then I changed my mind. So I'm taking this gold ribbon and I'm going to cut it at 8.5 inches. Okay? 8.5 inches of this gold ribbon. So I'm going to cut out however many pieces I need. And I'm simply going to put them together. I'm going to tie a knot. Now you have to be careful because this ribbon frays. Ooh, good grief. I had to pause that, y'all. I choked on my spit. You can burn these before you do this. And I'm just going to stick it between that wire, shove it through the hole I made, and pull it in itself and pull it up, okay? So I'll show you one more time without choking. So I'm going to tie it in a knot, okay? And then I'm going to take and trim it, and I'm going to burn it, okay? Because I realized the last one frayed. So then I'm going to take, I got a different wire. The other one was too short. So I'm pulling it through, and then I'm going to take the wire off, and then I'm going to pull the knot through the loop, and there you go. So I have all of them there. These are so quick and so easy and so stinking pretty. I could never draw faces like that, but look at these. Ain't they just gorgeous? I'll show you closer. So there's the little girls. These were so nostalgic and so pretty. And yeah, I'm gonna have these. I'm gonna have to sell these things because I don't have a Christmas tree or nothing like that. So yeah, I have no need for any ornaments like this. So I'm going to sell them, hopefully. Oh, I added a pine cone to those too, sticking out like that. I don't know. Anyway, and then there's those nostalgic little tin ornaments, and look at all these. Ain't they pretty? They are pretty. And of course, I got my cardinals on here. Now, y'all, I couldn't show you the lid ones because I didn't have room on this tree. But I will remove these from this tree and then put the lid ones on. The lid ones are so cute. But anyway, yeah, there they are. And more detail. And like I said, I did go over the transfers with Mod Podge because I didn't want them to scratch off or lift off or anything. So I'll show you the other ones. Well, I'm going to show you the other ones. Well, I'm showing you these. You already seen these. They're coming up next. Stay tuned. Oh, there they are. Ain't they cute? They're so precious. Look at them. Y'all, go grab these faces if you want to. You can scale them down in Canva or however. I'm not that familiar with Canva. It's only how I make my thumbnails. But look at their faces. Look at their faces. I got these on Etsy, like I said, and you get 12 gingerbreads for like $5, and then you can purchase the 12 or 24. I don't remember which it is of the snowman. You can go just search in the faces on Etsy, but I'll try to remember to link it down in my description box for you. I absolutely love them. Y'all could do these, like I said, with your grandkids, your kids, or whatever. These are so fun. Look. Ain't they cute? They're just so cute. And I used the gold ribbon to match the outside. They're so stinking cute. But anyways, I want to thank y'all for watching. Consider subscribing and becoming part of my YouTube family if you haven't already. I love chatting with y'all. I love being friends with y'all. It means the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, remember, you are a blessing. Goodbye.